Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is another episode of Echo Printing and Dyeing, which is probably more dyeing than printing. I have done two things. I have washed and dried yesterday's batch, and I have a new batch to unravel, which is going to be super exciting. What do we want to do first? So, sure, let's do this. So here is my fabric. Which is which? This is the strawberry plant. And this was pretty persistent. There's washed this as much as I could, and so there was something in the dirt that died, which is fine. Don't mind that at all. Nice yellow, not opposed at all. I think if I were to do it again, and you'll see how I cope with it in today's batch, I want more coverage. I don't want just these like splodges. Like that's a splodge, that's a splodge, and then all of this is still kind of white. There isn't that bleeding of color that I kind of want. And K3N has provided me a challenge, which I have undertaken. And then you'll see that, remember yesterday I was pulling apart plastic. This time I left the plastic out. This is the roses. So you see the red, oh, the red went away. Sad pants. But it did replace with a beautiful purple. I like that. And then all of this additional marking. I think this might be where some of the tea is. Yeah, I think. So not opposed to that at all. Again, it is a different yellow, slightly. Is it or not? It's a little bit different. Yeah. This is lighter, that's more pronounced. I was thinking I'm gonna get a batch very quickly of cotton fabric that is probably a range of greens to yellows, and I'm thinking I should do something with that. And then here is the sage. Which side is up? I think this is the right side. No, that's not the right side. This is the right side. So let me hold this up because you're only seeing gray. I wonder if I put that in shade. Hang on. Yeah, you can only see it as a gray. It's sagey green. Oh, it does not do it any justice at all. So this is a green that is quite bluish in tint, and I am thrilled with this as a color. So we have 3 out of 3 for yesterday, and I think today is probably going to be a 2 out of 3. So let's start with our likely least possible unwrapping. And just for anybody who is interested, there is this book that exists called Spectrum Dye Plants of Ontario, edited by Nancy J. McGuffin and compiled by Burr, B-U-R-R, House Spinners and Weavers Guild. And it is a book full of dye recipes and plant identification. So I've been through this once today, and I realized two things. One, I want to do a better method of indexing that, so I might make a spreadsheet. And two, my field identification skills are crummy. So we're going to have to work on that. And what better time to do that than in the summertime? No, it's not that one. It is this one. Okay. So this is bundle number 1. And bundle number 1 was bumped up against something that was a bit on the yellow side, and we absorbed some of that. And this is wild grape. And according to the spectrum book that I just showed you, wild grape gives you a taupe, a tan. The book is hilarious. There's to describe a color only in words is to create heartbreak, maybe? I don't know. It wasn't easy. Ooh, this smells grapey. Okay, so this is like a light yellow. Not what I would call tan at all. And that color is not of this. So in this, because I didn't use the plastic, we had fading, or at least fading, bleeding, maybe? Ooh, it's a bit of a mess. Movement of color, let's call it that. And so there is a better color coverage that happens on this one. So this is just basic wild grape. The only treatment that I am doing is I am doing a 10% weight of fabric soak of the fabric of alum. Say that again slowly and not do anything. 10% WOF weight of fabric of alum on 100% cotton. And that's a pre-soak before I do the wrapping and the dyeing. And alum helps a lot to make the color bind to the cotton. It allows that handshake of color to fabric. So this is the first time I think I've ever used grape leaves. And I remember during COVID going out for a walk and seeing a couple of old nonas foraging, and they were foraging for large wild grapes, presumably to make like a Greek dish or cabbage rolls or something. But they were right up in the bushes, slowly picking away, and it's like, good on ya. I think that was the first time I'd ever seen anybody in my general area forage. And they were foraging in a neighborhood that was, well, by standards, posh. By some standards, posh. By their standards. How about we say that? So that's that. That is a yellow. Not opposed to it at all. A very nice soft yellow. Okay, so that's that one. We'll have to wash the rest of the bits off. Okay, now let's do this one next. This is the sage. There we are. And this also has got a bit of a kick. Woo, wee! Oh, I hope you enjoy this part as much as I do. I mean, again, just like yesterday, you don't have to, you can enjoy the unwrapping without having to do any of the effort. Ooh, this is gonna be yum. And so at the very beginning, I had run out of blossoms, and I just used sage leaves. Oh, this smells so good. Oh, I wish you had smell-o-vision. And so this is unsaddened sage, and that'll probably be a nice sort of greeny color. but not a light sage as opposed to a deeply dark green sage. Oh, look at that blue. It's gonna be fugitive. I'm so sad. But it's so nice while it lasts, isn't it? It's like you could take a picture of it, and that would be the way you could make it last. There. And I tried to cram this as tightly as I possibly could, put as much material in here so that I could get as much color as I could. There. And it's got some of that yellow. That yellow is really intense. It hit the edges a lot. And then this is the inside. So maybe it's just part of the branches as well that created that color. Yummo. Yummo. So that's effect number 2. And I am also happy with that. Okay, now you've got to brace yourself and put on your sunglasses. So this next is marigold. Look at that. Look at that color. Oh, please. I have no idea how fugitive this is. I hope it's not. I would love for this color to stay as it is. But it is, as the French say, a français. Dark, dark, dark. Okay, let's just do a slow roll. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Gerd. Oh. Can you see? I gotta stand up to see what you see. Yes, you can. You can see it. Look at that. Is that not yummo in the extreme? I wonder how much this is gonna fade. So this is marigold plants that I planted this year, and I put in the petals and the little spiky seed bits. Oh, this looks like I'm I'm wrestling with a porcupine. These are not sharp. They're just a little messy. Okay, let's see, what can we do here? We do this step by step. There we are. That's not bad. It's just a little intimidating to start with. Oh, I wonder what this is going to turn out like. Oh, please, please, please don't fade. And of course, I will show you all 6 again tomorrow when I get this one this batch all washed and dried. I also have my my field guide to weeds, because there's a bunch of weeds in there. And I went out for a walk today with a renewed sense of what I'm looking for, and I found some purple clover, which has a dye color in it, and I can't remember what the color is, but we will give that a go. Okay, so we can fold that along. Oops. I could probably do the strawberry again, and get a better coverage. I think K3N's advice of not using the plastic was really about being able to get, again, more dye movement and be slightly less concerned with printing. So this is echo dyeing, not echo printing, because there's no print really. It is just imparting color. I say just, like this isn't the most spectacular thing that I've done all week. Oh, at least. And the red roses is another one that I would love to redo, again with more density. So there's just more, it's less sparse. The name of the bit of the flower that I was trying to think of yesterday was anther, I think, according to the Spectrum book. Spectrum dye book. Don't know what those blobs are. Oh, my house smells amazing. It's what you get from just doing some simmering of sage for, what did I do this for today? An hour and 20 minutes, I think. An hour and 20 minutes, and then I just let it sit to sort of cool off a bit, and it was still sort of heating. I don't know that it made any difference particularly, because I think all the dye had been long since moved. Oh, I know the other thing that I did today. I collected Oriental poppy petals. Oriental poppy is another flower that I have. When I say back 40, I mean, I take advantage of all 40. So apparently you can get a particular, I was looking for things that dyed orange, and there isn't much. And it occurred to me as I was going through this, like, you know what? It's like Model Ts. Any color of Ford, so long as it's black, and this is like, it's any color you want so long as it's green or yellow. There are a couple bits that have some variation, and the what your mordant is. Like this is alum. If I used iron, I would get a different color. And there's some browns that will exist in the fall. I might have downstairs somewhere in the dungeon, that's what we'll call it. Some very long ago preserved, what is it? Walnut shell bits. I bet they would work. An absolute treat. It'd be really interesting to take that, grind it, and then sort of salt and pepper this, roll it up, and then dye it. See what happens. Okay. So we are done. There we are. So that's the reveal. of the marigold. Isn't that not the most gorgeous? So we have, this is almost orange. This is cadmium yellow. Got this. And then we have this, which is supposed to be taupe, but it's actually just a really light yellow. Okay, so that is all for now. I am off to do some washing and then some drying, and I will be back with you tomorrow with either, at the very least, this dried with comparisons to what we did yesterday, and or maybe some more undoing of more dye stuff. It occurs to me that I'm going to need to go and thrift another sheet because I am going through this sheet quite quickly. Anyways, that is all for now. Please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Always love you lots, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.